Welcome into Body and Soul on 938 Live. Daniel Martin here. Guess what? It is our second week of our ongoing series on Chlorella. It's a known superfood and is one of nature's powerhouses. We're finding out on this series and throughout this program what exactly is this naturally occurring algae and why is it so well regarded for its benefits. During this series, we're going to take a look at many aspects, including the role of naturally occurring algae like Chlorella, the world of supplements, deficiencies in your health like hypertension, and really what's been missing in your diet and healthy lifestyle. Today, we're going to reintroduce you and cast the focus on what is so unique about Chlorella compared to other supplements or foods on the market today. We're joined on the program by Associate Professor Haresh Kumar, who's from the Faculty of Medicine at the Masa University College, based in KL, Malaysia. Now, this edition of Body and Soul brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella. For more information, please call 6339 5045. Call in if you have any questions, by the way, right now, 669-11938. My guest is standing by on the phone to help us understand Chlorella. Dr. Haresh, welcome indeed. Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Singapore.
Thanks for rejoining us. Let's start off, I think, by reintroducing Chlorella. People might think it's a supplement, or people might think it's some kind of, pill or vitamin even, but really it's a naturally occurring food, isn't it, Dr. Haresh?
Exactly. Chlorella is actually a unique single-celled freshwater microalgae, which is rich in vitamins, mineral, and phytonutrients. Basically, it looks under the microscope as the size of a human red blood cell, and the best thing about Chlorella is it reproduces very fast, renewing into 4 new cells in every about 17 to 24 hours.
Wow.
So what the Chinese medicine believe is it has got a lot of energy, vital energy, or what they call as qi. So Chlorella is really miraculous.
Long history behind it as well. I want to know more about what is so unique when it comes to Chlorella. Later on, we're going to be talking about things, Dr. Haresh, like, obviously in terms of the contents of Chlorella, the protein content, the vitamin and mineral content. But let's right now talk about what really makes it so unique when you compare it to things like health supplements on the market. Is this something to do with natural nutrients in it?
Okay. Basically, why is Chlorella unique? This is due to the fact that Chlorella is, the most important word here, it is natural. And the nutrients in Chlorella are very well, nicely wrapped in amino acids. So that the moment one consumes Chlorella, the body will be readily able to accept all these nutrients. Now, on the other hand, what we have is synthetic supplements or man-made supplements, Basically, these supplements are an amalgam of concentrates, that have been artificially stitched together. So basically, they look like they provide the nutrition, but actually when these synthetic supplements go into the body, our body fail to recognize the important nutrients in them. As for Chlorella, the nutrients are naturally balanced in a very much synergized form. And the best thing is it does not accumulate in the human body and become toxic. So that's another reason why Chlorella is superior to any man-made synthetic supplements.
Yes, just last week you were in the studios with us here at 938 Live talking to us about the importance of recognizing natural supplements and how important that role is. Another thing that you mentioned is to look for the importance and value of things which are plant-based in particular. What is so advantageous about being plant-based?
Now, it's very important to be plant-based, as I've mentioned in my first interview last week. Now, plant-based supplements will have the additional factor called the phytonutrients. Very important. Now, on top of that, Chlorella contains an enormous amount of readily available chlorophyll. In fact, the highest amount compared to all other green algae and plants. Now, just to let our listeners out there know, the chlorophyll content in Chlorella can reach as high as 7% of its total weight, and it contains about 5 to 10 times more chlorophyll than spirulina, 10 times more than alfalfa. So some medical scientists have even given Chlorella the name supreme whole food concentrate.
Wow, why is chlorophyll so important? We're going to find out more just a bit about the benefits of chlorella, the natural occurring whole food. It's an algae, by the way. That's coming up when we continue on Body and Soul. Stay with me, Daniel Martin, on 938 Live. Our health series on chlorella continues right here on Body and Soul. Thanks for joining me, Daniel Martin. We're continuing to talk with Associate Professor Haresh Kumar right now about the benefits and the uniqueness of chlorella, really. 669-11938, that's the number you can call through to if you have any questions for us. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to go straight to the phone lines right now. We're joined by Jay, who's dialed through. Hi, Jay.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Thanks for joining us. What is your question about this issue, Jay?
Will the intake of this supplement rejuvenate the dying cells in our body?
Yep, well, that's something that we're worried about as the aging process happens, isn't it? Dying cells and the aging process. The consumption of the natural whole food chlorella, Dr. Haresh, can that have an impact on the aging process?
Okay, that's a very good question actually. Now basically what research has shown that chlorella is very high, okay, in two important substances. One is the RNA, which can go up to 10%, and the other one which is DNA, which can go up to 3%. Now both RNA and DNA are really very important to slow down the aging process.
Why so? How does it work?
Now, basically, what happens is, okay, as one goes through the aging process, okay, the amount of RNA and DNA, okay, in the cells in the body, in the brain cells, begin to decline. Now, this is one of the effects of the aging process. So, what happens is, aging is always related to things like, the memory becomes poorer. Okay, people become less alert.
Yep.
Now, all these problems is normally linked to aging. Now, basically, the moment one consumes chlorella on a daily basis in a disciplined manner, the phytonutrients will begin to rejuvenate the cells. Okay, they begin to repair any damage. At the same time, the minerals and vitamins will start to nourish, okay, all these cells. And do not forget, we have a lot of antioxidants in chlorella, which will combat all the free radicals. And on top of that, the RNA and DNA, one of the most important factors, will go to the brain cells and slow down the aging process. So normally people who consume chlorella, one of the best example I can give you here is the Japanese population. As you can see, okay, they age very gracefully. They really look very young. They have got one of the highest number of individuals who have reached 80, 90 or even 100 years of age.
Well, that's testament to it already. Jay, thank you for your question. If you have any other questions for Dr. Haresh, please call us at 669-11938. You mentioned, of course, the RNA and DNA, Dr. Haresh. Is this only present in plant-based foods like chlorella, or how else do we obtain this?
Now, normally RNA and DNA are also present in animal-based food, but the problem is in animal-based food, it comes along with a lot of fats, saturated fats and everything, which can be detrimental to the body. So now basically plant-based food have got RNA and DNA, and also we have got these phytonutrients, which are only found in plant-based food.
Indeed. And just last week you were talking to us about how important it is to have plant-based phytonutrients helping fight off free radicals, especially as part of the aging process. Hey, you know what? Stay with us because we're going to continue talking about this idea of the uniqueness of chlorella. Coming up, as promised, I will want to get to the issue of why chlorophyll, which is found in such high properties and amounts in chlorella, is so useful for you. Associate Professor Haresh Kumar joins me. Faculty of Medicine is where he's based at the Masa University College in KL, Malaysia. And this edition of Body and Soul is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella. For more information, please call 6339 5045.
Live. 938 Live. Gets you talking.
Be sure when you insure on 938 Live. Did you know that it's compulsory for employers to cover foreign workers with medical insurance during their period of employment? This is important as they no longer enjoy any medical subsidies and their medical insurance can help to defray part of any medical costs incurred. To find out more, log on to www.sg.cntaiping.com. Be Sure When You Insure is brought to you by China Taiping Insurance, your trusted insurance partner for over 70 years.
Enrich your body and soul with Daniel Martin on 938.
We've been talking all about it. The superfood supplement Chlorella isn't grown on land but thrives in fresh water. And to make it as pure as possible, abeilledor Chlorella is cultivated under controlled conditions. It's cultivated in Japan using the unique patented heterotrophic tank cultivation technology. Well, that means it's grown indoors in a sealed, sterilized tank under strict control, so it's not subject to fluctuating sunlight and temperature or environmental toxins. This technology was developed by Dr. Minoru Shirota, the microbiologist who discovered the lactobacillus found in cultured milk drinks. In fact, the technology for abeilledor Chlorella was developed by the Yakult Central Institute for Microbiological Research in Japan. The controlled indoor hygienic conditions means you enjoy a more amiable taste and a high 80% digestibility compared to Chlorella grown outdoors. Find out how you can benefit from Chlorella by calling 6339 5045 for more information. This message is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella.